Hey guys, so I just wanted to go do a quick video about the changes to Earth Spirit on the new update. So the only real notable change is this Boulder Smash update. So basically what it means is that Boulder Smash has the same targeting rules when kicking heroes as it does for kicking remnants. So
Exactly so.
what that means is like when you place down a remnant, it doesn't matter where you're standing in proximity to the
Good
remnant,
spot
you can
there.
kick in whichever direction your mouse is. So I can be on this side and then still kick the stone that way.
Good
It
spot
doesn't
there.
matter where I'm standing. And how it used to be for heroes is you just kick them directly. So you like cast it directly on the hero. So whichever
Good
side
spot.
you're on, they're gonna go the opposite direction. And there was nothing you could do about that. But now the update,
I should
you can
stand
cast
there.
Boulder Smash on heroes like you would a remnant. So it doesn't matter where you're standing, you can just pick a direction, and as long as you're inside that
Even
small
better
radius,
spot.
then they will go in that direction. So now I can be standing on this side and kick him this way through my body.
I'm going.
Now, the only downside to this is it kicks whichever unit is closest to you, including creeps and anything else. So if there's multiple units on top of each other, it can be very hard to cast it this way.
I set my
But
stand.
lucky for us, we can still cast it the old way by directly casting it on the unit, but you're not going to have the same accuracy
I
as you
shall
would with the new
stand
update.
right there.
So if this Venge is like in the creep wave, and I want to cast him, kick him with the new casting way, it's going to be very hard to do, because it's just going to click the nearest unit, and it's probably going to be a creep. But what we can still do is just
Wait.
directly click
Even so.
on the Venge. So if he's here, I just directly click on him, and then he's going to get kicked every time. But like I said, you're not going to have the same accuracy, because he's just going to go in the opposite direction if you do it like that. So some cool things you can do now with this
Good
update
spot.
is the main thing that I've been experimenting with is in lane. People don't expect to get kicked under
Perfect
tower if
position.
first spirit's in front of you like this. But with the new update, you definitely can do that. So at least for a little bit, people are still not going to expect that. Especially at lower ranks, people don't really know what
Exactly
Earth
so.
Spirit spells do. You can really catch people off guard. So you can just be like trading with this guy, and he's just hitting you,
I'm under
and you can
attack.
kind of bait him into the tower, and then you're just going to kick him back in through. So that's a nice way to get kills in lane, especially
Yes.
level 1 without roll. Or even with roll. What makes it better is instead
Fast
of
for
like the old
speed.
way, you would roll
Set my
and then
stand.
kick him under tower, and then they're just going to run out.
Oh, that's a good
Now
spot.
with this, if they're in front of you and they get close enough, you can kick them back, and then you can roll and stun them, and they're under tower even longer. So that's a cool thing to think about.
I'm going.
Now another thing I've been experimenting with a lot is Aether Lens. With this new update. So where's Aether Lens? And then also usually it makes it a lot easier if you get a cast range neutral item. So I'm just gonna grab the second headband just for
Stand there.
to show you guys this. So a thing you used to be able to do, even before this update, just a little trick, is you can kick people out of Chronosphere with the cast range, um, which is very very strong. There's not many abilities that can
My
do that.
way and way.
But now you have the same thing, but you have a lot more accuracy. So I can kick him back this way.
Covering ground.
So what Aether Lens and cast range does is it makes that radius that you can kick people a
Yes.
lot further. So I can be standing here and kick these guys.
Ordered
I'm not
advance.
exactly sure how big the radius is, but with Aether Lens and this crown, it's
Precisely.
very, very big. Like that. So that can be very strong for saving people or going on enemies. And as you can see,
Even
without the
better
cast range,
spot.
it's basically melee range. So
Good
that
spot
that
there.
adds for some pretty cool things you can do with saving people. I've been experimenting a lot with Blink Aether Lens because you can do the same thing like I showed when you kick them and then roll into
My
them.
stones
So you
are
can just
ready.
kick them that way and then roll them up back onto your team. And of course saving things like Chrono
My way
and
and way.
like Black Hole even. Uh, some cool little tricks you can do. So for the talents, I don't think the talent changes are really that big of a deal for Earth Spirit. I'm still pretty much every game gonna go Rolling Boulder and Boulder Smash damage. I've experimented a little bit with like the magnetized duration and the magnetized damage per second, but in my opinion, it's really not that good because people are gonna get BKBs anyway, and then it just cancels it. And a lot of people don't know this, but Rolling Boulder actually does damage through BKB. It doesn't stun through BKB, but the damage goes through BKB. So these are just more consistent and more effective throughout the game. And I still think the silence duration is way stronger than gripping your allies. So what this talent does
Ordered
is it used to be level
advance.
25, lets you
Here.
pull your teammates to you. but I don't think it's very good because it's very slow and it doesn't work if your teammates BKB
That's
and
my
it's
plan.
wasting your silence. I think I would rather have a 6.5 second silence than
Spirit move.
just pulling my teammate like a very short distance. And because this doesn't, that pool does not get you out of chrono or anything like that,
Equip your coach.
or black hole or anything like
His
that. So
coach.
I would just much rather have a 6.5 second silence that can potentially go on their whole
Stand
team.
right there.
And this level 25 talent with the updates, it's a lot harder to get to level 25, but this one is actually considerable, worth considering to get because 25% is a shit ton of spell amplification. So I'm still not entirely sure which one is here is best. Definitely if you're playing Core Spirit, I'll get the 25% spell amp. But the stun is also very good. So both of these talents are very good. I'm not entirely sure yet. But that'll wrap up this video. I just wanted to give you guys a quick kind of overview of my thoughts on the update and some little tips and tricks. So I'll see you guys in the next one.